Hey guys, it's Jack and welcome back to another Pinbox Jack video. Hope the holidays are going well for you. I am back with the part 2 of my Inktober talk through. So we'll go through some of the other ones today. We'll go through days 11 through 20. Yes, because we did 1 through 10 last time. So we'll do 11 through 20 today. These are some of the fun ones. I think the next one, obviously, it's an extra day. Then the final part of this series will be an extra day, because obviously 31 days in October. But I've got my notepad here. Got my notepad just here that I drew all the art in. I've got my iPad up so I can go through the actual, make sure I get the days in order. And obviously, I always stick in them on screen, just here. I think that works better than sticking them up on this top where the little small one, whereas here, if I do a whole third, I'm going to move over slightly to this side and then stick them just there. So, day 11. First day of this video, the 11th day in total. And the prompt was favourite song overall. This was a tough one. This was a very, very tough call. I like a lot of Disney songs. Originally, I was going to go with Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame, because I like that song. But at the same time, there were in this video, there was a lot, in this prompt I had, there were quite a lot of song-related ones. There was like favourite song, favourite duet, favourite song sung by a villain, whatever. So, it's, I was like, what can I pick for a song that's favourite song overall? And in the end, I settled on, well, I'll stick it up here on screen. And it was The Rainbow Connection from The Muppets. Just because I love that song. It's one of the songs, whenever I hear it, always just makes me smile. I can't not join in with that one whenever I see it. And so here's Kermit playing the banjo, because it was easier than doing all the rainbows and stuff that he has in the background. But obviously he just sings that, and he's got his banjo. So day 12 then, and this was a poignant one. This was a weird one, because I had planned something else for this day, but I had planned something for this photo for this prompt for later on in my couple of weeks. So obviously I was doing them day by day, and this one was a little bit later into the series than everything else. This was about day, I mean, it would have probably still been in this video, but it's day, sort of 18, 19 should have been. And this was most underrated film was the prompt. And I was thinking, what would I count as an underrated film? What the films that are sort of ignored by Disney a little bit. And this one is one of my all-time favourite films as well. And this is Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And like I said, I was going to do this for a different day. And then we got the news that Angela Lansbury, who plays the lead role in the film, and it had unfortunately passed away. And so I thought, well, there's not a better time to really sort of, put it out as a bit of a, it's an incredibly apt moment. So I hastily put together this drawing here. This is towards the end of the film, where she's leading the sort of the defense of Britain against the Nazis, I think it is. But she's leading the defense with all the suits of armor and things, which is a really, really cool moment. It's one of my favorite moments in the entire series, the entire film. And I just thought this was an incredibly sort of, apt way to sort of honour the life of Angela Lansbury. So day 13 then, so on a slightly more cheerful note. And this is favourite happy ending. And again, this was one I really struggled with, because most of the endings are sort of happy endings of Disney films. They don't really do sort of sad, miserable endings, or certainly not in the Disney classics and stuff. So it made me think, what I think is my favourite sort of ending. And I thought, well, what's one that sort of fills you with hope? What's the ending that is most inspiring? And for me, that had to be Wall-E, and I think I can't draw very well, as you guys might have gathered, but here is the boot with the plant in it, the famous thing that they used to start to rebuild the earth, I suppose. And I think I just like that film because it is such a really poignant sort of ending to a great film, and becomes more and more relevant with every passing year, which is a terrifying thought. But day 14. Let's move on. And this is another one of the song ones. This is favourite song sung by a princess. And this was such a tough call because, you know, I like a lot of the songs by princesses. You know, there's several other, you know, honourable mentions here. Reflection. Touch the Sky. There's my honourable mentions. That's another one I really like. Oh, Colours of the Wind. I like that. I like that one. I like Colours of the Wind. So, but no, this one had to go to Ultimately. It's one of the songs that I do listen to occasionally. And this is, as you can tell, it's Megara from Hercules, and the song is "I Won't Say I'm in Love." Because I absolutely love this song. I think it's such a nice song to sit and listen to and chill. You know, I just like it. There's no particular reason really. It's a fun song. Day 15 then, and this is possibly the worst drawing I've done for this entire video. And this was, day 15 was favourite scary film. Now Disney doesn't do a lot of like proper terrifying films. So I was like, well, you know what? Let's go. You know, let's take it in the spirit it's intended. What would I count as like the end of the Disney scary spectrum? Like, you know, you've got sort of films that aren't at all scary, like The Little Mermaid, for example. I don't know, that might be a little bit scary actually. Now I've said that. Well, anyway, the point of this is the film I have picked in this. I thought, you know what, Haunted Mansion. It's scary. It's haunted. I am recording this the day after Halloween as well. I was at a Halloween themed pub quiz last night. Did all right, but yeah. So I drew Madame Leota, and it's not great. It's certainly one of my poorer efforts. But you know what? I'll run with that. You know what? Some of the other ones I've done for this series have been like, I've been pretty proud of them, and then there's this one. But moving on to day 16, we are now at the halfway point, and this is another Halloween sort of inspired one, which is best song by a villain. And as I've mentioned, real honourable mention here to Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame. But I have got a Frollo thing coming up in a couple of days' time, and I just drawn the same thing basically. So I thought I'll spice it up a little bit, and I thought, well, what's the most? I mean, other honourable mentions to villain songs, all of them. You know, Be Prepared, Savages. I like that one. Mine, Mine, Mine. Poor Unfortunate Souls, Gaston. Friends on the Other Side. The list could go on. I like all the villain songs. The villain songs are big, lovely. Love them all. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a bit of fun with this one. And one of my favourite Disney Halloween specials of all time has got to be, I don't even know if it's a Halloween special. I think it is. One of my favourite Disney specials of all time has got to be the House of Villains episode of House of Mouse. And so I have drawn the House of Villains, the villain-inspired House of Mouse building. And the song I've chosen is It's Our House Now, which I had to sit and listen to a couple of times because I was like, yeah, I love this song. Like, I half remember this song, but then when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I love it. This is a bop. Proper bop for this. And just like spent a lot of time trying to work out who the different villains were and things. Like, oh, I recognise him. What's he from? But that was day 16. That was best song by a villain. And I mean, obviously the actual answer is Hellfire, but I couldn't do two Frollo-inspired things. So I did It's Our House Now. Day 17. This is a fun one. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed doing this one. This is the prompt was best friends, and this again was a tough call. But in the end, there is two best friends I think that are really sort of reminiscent of like my friendship group, which is Statler and Waldorf. I just think these two guys are great. They are just so sarcastic, and you know, I've had nights out where we've jokingly referred to ourselves as Statler and Waldorf because we just sit there sort of being generally sort of quietly rude about not only about each other, to be fair, rather than, you know, other people. But we have a lot of fun on nights out, and we definitely get a little bit like this by the end of the nights. Sometimes, most of the time. But there is Day 17, and there is Statler and Waldorf, which honestly, favourite Disney couple as well. I don't know, is that canon? I don't think it is. But moving on, Day 18. Favourite ride. Wow, this was a tough call. This was a real tough call. There were so many options for this. Rock and Roller Coaster, Hyperspace Mountain at Disneyland Paris, Tower of Terror, Guardians of the Galaxy, the new one, Cosmic Rewind. I can't remember the name of it for a second then. But in the end, I had to go with one of the rides I think that really made me like audibly gasp every time I rode it, which was twice. Wasn't right that times. And this is a Na'vi riding a Banshee from Flight of Passage. And I just love this ride. This ride was so immersive and cool. I was so impressed with this. Honestly, I was a bit skeptical going in because we just ridden the riverboat sort of one, the other Avatar one. I can't think what it's called. Na'vi River Journey or something. But it wasn't. I didn't particularly like that one. It's just, I mean, obviously it's a more light ride. But this one was really cool. I thought this was amazing. It did give me a bit Soaring vibes as well, which was another ride I'd ridden a couple of days earlier, which I thought was really cool as well. I was very impressed with that one as well. But there is, Flight of Passage, and the new Avatar movie obviously is coming out. Might even be out by the time this video is out. And I am looking forward to that, I think. My feelings on Avatar are unclear at this point. I can't tell whether I love it or whether I'm just, like, bored with it already. There's a fly in here. Nice. But Day 19, the penultimate one for this video. And this is Best Parents. Disney haven't given us a lot to go off on this, because parents typically get the chop within about the first 10-15 minutes of any Disney film. But there's one set of parents that I do particularly like, and I think they're pretty good parents. I think they're pretty cool, and that is Bob and Helen Parr, also known as Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. I don't really have much more to say on that. I just like the fact that they are decent parents, and they've got superpowers. What's not to love? But the final one for this video, and this is one of the ones I'm most proud of, I think, in terms of actual artwork, even though as I pointed out to my friend the other night, the feet are a bit weird. And this is, I'm doing this on a bit of a bum note now, I just realised. And this is Saddest Moment. And this is a real sort of bringing the vibe right down again now, unfortunately. And this is Ellie's death, the whole sort of that whole married life segment of Up. And I can't watch this without crying. I watched this I remember first watching this in the cinema about a month after I lost my granddad. And I was little like 8-9-year-old me was just devastated. I still get devastated watching this film now. I try not to watch up to, even though it's one of my favourite Disney films, I try not to watch it too much just because it just depresses me. Like that opening 10-15 minutes just breaks my heart every time. And yeah, this is oh, then do this in a bit of a bum note, aren't I? It's great. But there is Carl holding his little balloon at the funeral, which is really, really sad. Like, but this was one of my favorite. This is one of the drawings I look back and I'm like, oh, I'm actually really proud of how I drew this one. Like, I actually did. I think I did an alright job on this one. But that will do for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please don't leave a comment. Let me know down below what your favourite piece of artwork is. I'll answer any of the questions or any of the prompts that have been done in this video. Come back tomorrow for another Advent video thing. I don't know what it'll be tomorrow. Who knows? I don't. I'm recording these out of order. So, but stick around for another few minutes because there will be a pin opening right now. Hey guys, it's Jack and welcome back to the pin Advent box, day number 14. We are well over halfway now and the pin's coming on nicely. I've only had 2 doubles so far, and it's from a series I had like most of anyway. Oh, I just jinxed it now, haven't I, by saying that. But we have another bag here. I think this is one of the Tsum Tsums because it's not in any of, it's not in a paper, in a cardboard or anything like that. It's just in the bag. Let's just crack on and open it. Good. Ooh, it's another new one though. It is one of the Tsum Tsums, and it is. I mean, instinctively, I want to say that's Goofy, but it does look a little bit like Pluto as well. I think it's supposed to be Goofy as Jacob Marley, but it does look like Pluto. But there is Goofy as Jacob Marley. I do need to rewatch Muppets. Oh, I need to watch Christmas Carol this year again. Obviously haven't seen it during the summer months, but I'm gonna hopefully watch that at some point. Hopefully you have enjoyed these series so far. We've only got one of the Tsum Tsum stuff to go actually. I really hope I get Scrooge McDuck or Pete or one of the other ones. Some of the ones I haven't got really. Check out my previous videos just here, and I will leave a link to the Advent series so far. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all next time.